Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex, and I'm all by myself. Today, we got some news updates for you from around the land of smiles this Wednesday, August 27th. Before we dive into it, please remember to subscribe to the Thaiger to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Now, today, we'll be talking about Phuket authorities cracking down on tourists driving without permits. That is tens of thousands of people affected. A psychiatric patient's machete rampage. Yeah, straight out of a horror movie, but we'll find out more soon. And a little later, we have a fresh batch of farangs behaving badly, mostly in Phuket, as they are wont to do. Now, before we dive into it, let's hear a quick word about our sponsor, and that is the one, the only Fazwaz, the #1 real estate portal in the land of smiles. If you want to rent, buy, or sell property, you need look no further than Fazwaz.com. They'll find you your new home fast. I love that tagline. Not the only thing, though, Tan. You got a graphic for me? Thank you. Tonight, I got a wonderful show over at Whiskars on Soy 23. So Whiskars Wednesday is still a go. Past 2 weeks, we've had a packed house. Very excited about that. And now we have another fresh lineup of comedians. Tonight, our headliner will be the only Eric James, who is a veteran, 20-year veteran of the LA comedy scene. He was out here. We did a big show with him in Pattaya, about 80 people or something like that. Don't think will be that big tonight because we don't have that capacity tonight, but still good 40 50 people in the venue space. Drink minimum, so you don't need to buy a ticket or anything. You just need to get a drink in order to come in and enjoy the show. Not to mention we have some of the wonderful veterans from the local Bangkok scene joining us as well, and you'll have me as your host. If you haven't gotten sick of my face yet, you'll be able to see more of it tonight in a different capacity. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you tonight at Whiskars. Doors 7:30. Show starts at 8. I'll see you soon. All right, now let's dive into it. Damien, I see your comment. We'll get into it later. All right, our first story takes us down to Phuket, where the authorities down there have issued over 17,000 fines to tourists driving without permits. Got to get that international driver's license, people. Phuket officials have ramped up enforcement against unlicensed foreign drivers this year, issuing more than 17,000 fines. Governor Sawan revealed these figures during a recent provincial meeting, underscoring the persistence of the issue despite previous crackdowns. The substantial number of violations highlights the ongoing challenge of ensuring that tourists adhere to Thailand's driving laws. Authorities appear intent on continuing these efforts to enhance road safety and legal compliance. Well, yeah. I mean, this is one of those things where it's a bit annoying because tourists show up and maybe they don't know the rules, and there's just so many of these businesses that are willing to rent it to people without any verification of their driver's license at all. They just say, like, oh, you got your passport or your deposit, here's your bike, go on, and then all of a sudden, immediately stopped at a roadblock. This has happened to my friend that I invited down here. I was like, yeah, it's no problem, because it had not been an issue for me in the past, and then all of a sudden it was, and I led people astray before too. So major crackdown. They're trying to get the word out. If you don't have an international driver's license, get one before you come to Thailand and expect to be able to drive around, because honestly, in Phuket, it's the best way to get around. Having your own bike is absolutely necessary to be able to get from point A to point B in a relatively cost-effective way. So, warnings out there, everybody. Be careful. Just stay on top of your paperwork, or the police will stop you, and you'll be paying a fine. And just remember to ask them, can I pay the fine now? No advice on criminality today. Sorry, I gotta just pay your fines, whatever it is. Yeah, Tony says they don't want to stop it. It's easy money for the local government. Yeah, no doubt. But it's fair warning now. Unless you feel like contributing to the local police fund, you should be able to get your internet IDL, international driver's license, and be all right. Shy-Town Eric asks, do you know if you need motorcycle endorsement to be covered on a motorbike in Thailand? Contact your insurance agents. I'm not your advice for that, guys. All right, let's move on. Yeah, just regular IDP, Chi-Town. Yeah, international driving permit, I think. Yes, should be fine. And help you there. All right, next story. We've is the ongoing story, and there's more developments when we're talking about the conflict between Thailand and Cambodia. The Thai army is deploying sound cannons to repel Cambodian intruders at the border. Weird new technologies at play in terms of conflict resolution. Tensions flared at the Thai-Cambodian border in Sakao province when Cambodian civilians and soldiers tore down concertina wire and entered a Thai village. In response, Thai security forces used long-range acoustic devices, aka sound cannons, to drive the group back. The incursion occurred on August 25th, prompting officials to emphasize that Ban Nong Chan is Thailand. Authorities also warned that crowd control measures, including police support, could be escalated if the situation worsens. This is the new thing, right? Sound cannons, long-range acoustic devices. I've seen them used in like protests in Europe and stuff like that. Pretty scary stuff. But of course, you know, anything's a nice alternative to lethal force to drive these kinds of things back. But yeah, it seems like the Cambodians are still testing things a little bit, and so the Thai, and they're pushing things back, and their steadfast stance on what is Thai territory and what the Cambodians should not be in, especially if they're cutting down defensive positions and moving in on them. But brave new world, man. All sorts of new military technologies being deployed and shown off. In this case, you know, this is more crowd control stuff, and yeah, fortunately, we haven't seen it used on protesters within Thailand yet, but a signal that they're not going to be putting up with the old BS anymore. All right, LRADs, calling Tyron says, yeah, exactly, long-range acoustic device, I believe, or deterrent or something like that. And Thumper Squid has other advice, just use fart spray. That works too. What is this, a Spencer's gift shop? I feel like that. I haven't heard of that in a long time. Damien says, we had air blasters next door to our farm. The vineyard used them to scare the birds away from the grapes. See, it works on fauna as well. Fauna? That's animals, right? Flora and fauna. Yeah, fauna. All right, cool. Humans too. All right. We have our next story. Monks behaving badly. We need a monks behaving badly graphic too. It's okay, we'll work on that later. But this time, a monk was caught on CCTV pilfering secondhand laptop in Nakhon, Sawan. That's not very monk-like, if you ask me. A CCTV clip shared online by a Thai couple revealed a monk stealing a secondhand laptop from their shop in Nakhon, Sawan. The incident took place on August 24th at their Sri Tep Road store in Takli district. The footage garnered attention and sparked public discussion over the breach of trust within a religious figure. The couple's decision to go public with the video highlights both their frustration and the unexpected nature of the theft. So what are you hiding under that robe, my friend? Yeah, certainly. Look, the Buddhist clergy is large. There are lots of people that are in it, and they're very welcoming for people that want to join it for a little bit of time and then leave. Unfortunately, that brings in a lot of unsavory characters, especially ones who are maybe already in trouble with the law and have been in trouble before. Joining the clergy is seen as sort of like a morally good way to get out of your trouble. It's like almost a get out of jail free card, particularly when the community is so attached to Buddhism and the forgiveness aspect of that religion. Unfortunately, some people take advantage of that. Yeah, we've certainly covered lots of stuff. There's been, sex scandals. There's been drug scandals, thievery scandals as well, as is the case here. But I think the couple did the right thing by going public with this and sharing, the ongoing issues. And of course, hopefully, this puts pressure on the clergy itself to crack down on its own members who are behaving badly. Certainly would like to see more of organized religion treating their, practicing what they preach rather than what they say only. All right. Yeah, he was just going to give him merit, said Stoney. This is a merit. You guys are... I think the merit should be volunteered by the people, not forcibly taken sneakily by the monk. So, my 2 cents. All right. Next story is, it's a little bit terrifying. I gotta say, something straight out of a horror movie. All right. A psychiatric patient sparks a panic who's on the spark count, with a machete rampage in Thong. Straight out of a Friday the 13th movie. At around 9 a.m. on August 26th, a 25-year-old psychiatric patient named Phu went on a violent rampage in Thong province, brandishing a machete and throwing rocks, dual-wielding. Police arrived armed with shields, batons, and a stun gun, while worried residents warned passing motorists to steer clear. Thank you for that. Phu eventually surrendered by discarding the machete into a canal, raising his hands and lying down calmly for officers to apprehend him. He was then taken to Thong Hospital for treatment, bringing relief to the alarmed community. Scary stuff. Fortunately, again, here we have another situation where you can see police are able to de-escalate something before it gets out of hand. Nobody was injured. This man, he was already a psychiatric patient, so clearly in need of help. And just happy to see that the community and the police were able to de-escalate this without, I just think about similar stories that would happen in America. And that guy does not survive in the West, right? He doesn't, in America in particular. So I'm just constantly shocked as an American living here in Thailand that the policy of de-escalation seems to be so effective. We do so many stories here where somebody is acting in a crazy, erratic way and the police are able to get a handle on it and get them help. Right? Which is such a nicer and better feel-good way of how to handle this situation. So congratulations to the community there who were able to hopefully get this man the help that he needs. And and hopefully it did not turn in to Friday the 13th, part 11, Jason Takes Thailand, Tony. No hockey masks were involved. But and also no body count. So we can't call it a Friday the 13th at all. Congratulations to the team over there. All right. Cool. We'll do it a little bit later. I have no feel-good stories, so I don't know when to do the next Fast West promo. Look, let's get into the next one, and then we'll see if I can find a better spot. Most Nafa Jay is actually off. He'll be on a holiday for the next few days. What am I talking about? He'll be back next week, so wish him bon voyage, and you still got me to kick around. All right. Well, speaking of prisoners, Thailand is apparently weighing using prisoners and soldiers to tackle its labor shortage. Look at that. That's taken one out of our book back in America. Thailand's labor minister, Pongkawin, has proposed urgent measures to address severe worker shortages, particularly in agriculture and manufacturing. His plan includes registering undocumented migrants, importing more foreign labor, and deploying conscripted soldiers, well-behaved prisoners nearing release, and even youth offenders. Business leaders have voiced support, warning that the loss of Cambodian workers is crippling industries, while critics have raised ethical concerns about potential exploitation. The cabinet is expected to review the proposal soon as the country scrambles to stabilize its workforce. Well, look, okay. I think, prisoners nearing the end of their sentences, if we're not using them as pure, they went to jail, now we can use them as free labor. As long as there's compensation, I think this is probably a good way. Because obviously, Cambodia, the whole conflict with Cambodia has sent back hundreds of thousands of Cambodian migrant workers. Where are we going to make that difference up? Even still to this day, you see tons of Burmese here in Thailand coming over from Myanmar, obviously a war-torn country over there, coming into work in Thailand. But, clearly it's still not enough. So conscripted soldiers, prisoners, are we paying them? I think that's a big stipulation that we need to see, because obviously if you're a prisoner, you want to do anything to get out of prison, but then earning a bit of money will help you the prospects of recidivism. Recidivism. I did the right word there. So that they have a nest egg when they come out of prison and they aren't, just going to go back into crime and then head back to jail. So I think, the ethical concerns are there if it's approached in a healthy way and compensation is given to people who are working. This could be a good thing. But curious to know your thoughts. And poor soldiers. They didn't want to be in the army anyways. Now they have to go work in the farms. I don't know. Just pay them. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Thumpers. So Jay, you saw Jay on Walking Street just as Beyonce. You bought him a drink. I don't think that was Jay, but I don't know how he moonlights. So everybody needs to make money somehow. Damien says, soldiers will get the normal pay. Most armies will do things like that. Yeah, good. You know, they're getting paid anyways because they're already in the army and doing the service. But, it's just compensation is important. All right. Yep, okay, cool. So, moving on to our next story. So Pattaya has ordered the removal of an illegal hotel extension following community complaints. That's right, in Pattaya's Super Villa Village, residents successfully lodged complaints prompting city officials to inspect a 7-story building being converted into a hotel. The inspection found building violations including encroachment onto public land and unauthorized additional floors, leading officials to issue orders, suspend work, prohibit occupancy, and demolish the offending sections. Specifically, the illegal frontage, about 5.6 meters, and rear extension, which was about 1.7 meters, plus the 2 extra unauthorized floors, must be removed unless proper permits are obtained within 30 days. To mitigate disruption, contractors must install protective sheeting, control dust, erect guardrails, and sign liability agreements with neighbors. The city will monitor progress over the next month. Come on, you gotta love that, right? Like, just build it and we'll deal with the issues later. No. So, no permits, right? Illegal extensions, illegal extra floors. This is like a whole lot of no-nos, and it could be very unsafe. So, obviously, the government is getting involved to try and stop anything bad from happening. But again, it just kind of shows that a lot of the culture here, particularly when it comes to construction, things like that, cut corners first, deal with the consequences later. Hopefully, this has been a problem before here in Bangkok just a few months ago during the earthquake. The collapse of the building that led to the deaths of dozens of people was a result of exactly those corners being cut. So I'm glad to see that the Thai authorities are taking this kind of story seriously and are trying to make sure that safety is the priority over whatever the profits might be. Chi-Town says, shh, no one will ever notice that we're building it 2 stories taller than we have permits for. Yeah, I mean, apparently that's been the modus operandi in the past, Chi-Town, so I think I'm just happy to see that they're on top of it. Save money, use less nails and beams. Bad advice, Wu-Tang. That was a joke. All right, quick word from our sponsor, a little bit of video from Fazwaz on that one. Let's do it. All right. Thank you, Fazwaz, for that much-deserved break. If you need any properly built facilities, homes, apartments, condos, Fazwaz has you covered, and you can trust me. They dot all their I's and cross all their T's. The paperwork is done and verified, and they'll give you all the help you need finding your new home here in the Land of Smiles. All right. Yeah, and I won't forget to plug again. Don't forget to subscribe to the Thaiger guys here. If you haven't done it, like and subscribe. Maybe become a member. And also, I got a comedy show tonight at Whiskars with some of the best comics in Thailand. Cool. Plug's done. All right. We got a farangs behaving badly section. You got a graphic for me there? Now it's time for our classic combo of farangs behaving badly. Everybody, go for it.
LBH is a racial slur.
Farangs behaving badly. LBH is a racial slur. You're just a loser back home, my friend. First story. We're off to Phuket. Bit of a wild one, this one. So tourists assault lifeguards after ignoring red flag warnings in Phuket. That's right. So at Nakhon Beach, one of my favorite beaches in the Land of Smiles in Phuket, foreign tourists allegedly ignored red flag safety warnings and entered dangerous waters, leading lifeguards to intervene. Instead of cooperating, the group, reportedly including an Iranian national, see, we're naming and shaming, spat on and physically assaulted the lifeguards, with video captured by witnesses showing the guards defending themselves as more members joined the fracas. Onlookers intervene, prompting the tourists to retreat, though calls for official action via social media have yet to receive a response. The lifeguards reiterated the importance of safety protocols, especially with the approaching high tourist season and recent drowning incidents off Phuket. They're lifeguards. They're doing their job. What is their job? To protect your life. Literally, there's red flag warnings. Swim at your own risk, sure, but even if they're just straight up like, no, you can't. then just listen to them. There's plenty of other beaches in Phuket anyways you can go check out that might be calmer waters as well. I've been to Nakhon plenty of times. I love that beach. But there have been times where I've been in there. I like a bit of rough waters. I'm a body surfer. I like that kind of thing. But I get absolutely destroyed by jellyfish there sometimes. If there are warnings up, you got to listen to them. And I can't believe spitting on and assaulting just people trying to do their job. The gall, the chutzpah of some of these people to just walk around like they own the place. Yeah, so gross. Listen to your lifeguards. Don't behave like these scumbags did. Not great. Yeah. So, look, just to test it. It's okay. Just try a little bit of swim. Don't do it. There's liability involved. It's not a great thing. Our last story of farangs behaving badly. A Zimbabwean romance scammer has been nabbed after fleeing Phuket to Bangkok. But get ready, guys. We're going viral in Africa again. So a 37-year-old Zimbabwean man identified as Valentiv Tandir, what a romantic name, was arrested in Bangkok on August 21st for running a romance scam in Phuket and overstaying his visa by over 3 years. Again, guys, if you're going to commit a crime, one at a time, people. Multiple Thai women don't commit crimes. Multiple Thai women complained that he deceived them into relationships, then stole cash, mobile phones, laptops, and other valuables before fleeing the province. During his arrest, he initially tried to escape, but was apprehended. He admitted to dating several women, but denied theft allegations while police continue the investigations. He faces charges under theft laws and immigration violations, which could mean prison time, fines, and a 5-year re-entry ban. Valentiv, look at that. What a Casanova over here. But yeah, no, serious dread action over there. Look, okay, scamming girls, scumbag. Stealing their stuff, scummy. Overstaying your visa, that's where we draw the line. It's always like this, dude. People are always committing crimes and they're overstaying their visas, which is often the thing that the Thai authorities care the most about. Because we've heard of so many scams and stuff like that where police are like, I don't know, you shouldn't have gotten scammed. Shouldn't have fallen for it. But overstaying the visas, it's a bridge too far, my friend. So, yeah, it must be the hair. Something about that hair. Anyways, I think it's interesting that they're like, all right, he might be facing charges, but certainly a 5-year no re-entry plan. He's still on the lam, too, I think. Well, he's been arrested, but be careful out there, guys. I've actually heard of so many people, not like even tangentially related to me, especially older women, things like that, get tied up in these romance scams where people are just, wooed online. They get to, the attention and affection that they've been longing for, and it's from somebody who's wanting to take advantage of that. So here's one of those such cases. I also feel bad because if they're doing it with one person, it appears that this is a business model, and it's something that's extrapolated and used to multiple people. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned romance? Meet a girl at a bar, meet cute. It's just the internet, man. Internet dating has made things catfishing, and it's all a bit scarier out there. So, yeah. Hey, Joey, I'm scamming over here. Fair enough, thumper squid. But, yeah, it also, Tony brings up, happens the other way around. Farangs getting scammed by bar girls. I feel like that scam's a bit more, that's face-to-face a little bit. A lot of this stuff has to do with online personalities and things like that, and not really being forthcoming with your actual motives. But yeah, fair enough. It does go both ways for sure. Men and women can both be victims in this horrendous, I think, heinous, like taking advantage of people's emotions like that. Because not only are you like getting scammed, but you're also, you're feeling those emotions. Those are real emotions for you, and then it's heartbreak on top of it too. So, oh yeah, tough. I feel for these women. All right, anyways, Valentiv, back to Zimbabwe you go. All right, moving on. Well, that'll do it. That's it for our show, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Good Morning Thailand, our Wednesday edition. I'll be back again with you again tomorrow, Thursday. Please remember to like and subscribe here on the YouTube channel. You can even click the join button, become a member, like wonderful Danny Fan and Damian Jesser, who are very supportive of the show and help us to do this every single day. Also, go to thetiger.com. You'll see a whole lot of news articles you wouldn't normally see here on the main channel, and you can keep the conversation going at ASEANnow.com, which is Thailand's largest expat forum. Also, it's a live show. We're here live every day at 9:30 in the morning, right here on the YouTube channel. So you can join us, where I talk to the live viewers a little bit beforehand, before the show starts. We go over whatever pop culture, international news, and after the show, we talk to them directly. So tune in, won't you? For now, I'll do just that. Have a wonderful Wednesday, guys, and I'll dive into the comments right now.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thetiger.com and join the conversation.